이 창고는 화란님의 보물고만큼 튼튼하다고.
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm going to just do 2 raids today and probably just go back to sleep after the raids since I have to wake up later to do more raids before going to work. Let me just put my gears on. Why I feel like the tap's slower than usual. Hello. Sorry for the coughing.
뭐해? 빨리 안 때리고?
Why aren't they
뭐해?
starting?
빨리 안 때리고?
나를 따르라.
I'm sleepy.
돌격. 작전상 후퇴다. 멈춰라. 도움이 필요하다.
I probably need to time myself because I'm not in the voice chat. What are they waiting for?
돌격.
Told me to come early.
작전상 후퇴다. 치료. 돌격.
And then when it's 8, no one's here.
내 뒤를 따라와.
Okay, finally starting.
해볼까?
Let's go. Ugh, I'm coughing so much. usually I just pass through further, because otherwise you only see the item skills, and usually most item skills is Can I just stash?
해볼까? 배신. 이걸 승리야.
I feel like people's going to get infected for sure. Oh no. One healer left.
침입한 것을 후회하게 될 것이다.
That was really scary. Ah, I'm doing a very bad job. Feels bad.
나가라! 개 같은 놈들!
Hello.
결국 선을 넘는구나.
Oh no. It's going to
이
the map.
궁궐에서 가자, 벌레들아.
여기서 멈춰.
position.
까불지 마.
가볼까? 자, 자.
I forgot where I am, but usually I'm at 11. I mean, most of the parties I'm at is at 11.
까불지 마.
Did I forgot?
까불지 마. 까불지 마.
네 놈들은 누구십니까? 가볼까?
해볼까?
You're busting out the sadness.
저리를 건드렸나요?
Depends. I think Gust Hardcore needs more DPS because of the last 10%, especially if you are using Heavenly Helm. But otherwise, Gust Hardcore is easier in my opinion. Oh, I forgot to try myself. That's stupid. Yeah. Gust Hardcore, if you keep on failing, especially on the Dragon stage because of the 10% issue, you should try to ask all your members to FDC at stage 3 and then change to Goddess Helmet so that it's easier for you to drop the last 10%. It's not really the time limit that's making you fail, it's more like the 10% DPS dropping. That's what I'll suggest. It was easier before because you don't need to FDC between gears. But now they change it so that you can't change gears inside raid. So for Dragon stage you need to FDC at the Frog stage. To change to Goddess Helmet. Yeah. Because usually the fails in Gust not really because of the mech. Unless your party has problems with tablets. The tablets, not really. There isn't like a lot of good advice I can give for the tablets. Because it's really dangerous to click when there's no bar mech, is what I can say. And sometimes you can't really control where the boss is aiming or... hard to There's actually nothing much you can do if that's the case. Need to tell them to stop dying. What max do they die to though? Oh, trigger mech too early. You should tell them to stop at 12%. 12% if you are saying the last 10% mech. You should ask them to stop at 12%. Then wait for color mech that's not purple. So usually we wait for blue or white. Ideally you should get the Gurmech, but the Gurmech is really luck dependent. Gurmech is the best mech for bursting it down, but obviously it doesn't come every time, so the best you can do is just drop it to 12% and then wait for a color mech. After last thing, doing stuff like this. Gurmech, I think you can just use immortality if you know how to time it. The ball comes down at a very specific time point. You can watch some videos to check when it comes down and then just immortality at the last second. That's the best way because your teammates won't get hit at all. I personally think that you should save the Sacred Wish, since it's a heal also. You should save the Sacred Wish for, what's it called again, the last 10%, in case you really need more heals. going to trust our things and then just do a skill instead of dodging it for a moment. Can dodge for explosion mid air. No, this is the ice cream. If you are saying the pink wave, yes, you can dodge pink wave in air. If you are asking about the blue orb, you can only dodge it by not getting inside or having an ice ring when it's gone. Easy. It's not service. It's helping my friend's party. Kind of like a service in a way, but not really. I dodge most of the blue balls by tumbling, especially if it's the 4 blue balls of the inside out blue balls. I do it because I have enough HP to tank full hits. You shouldn't do that if your HP isn't enough. Because if the server lag or you lag, you will just die. So yeah, it's not a good habit, but you'll see me doing it a lot because I know my HP is enough. I won't die from it. Yeah, it's my friend's party. I really want to raid with them, so I just use my extra tickets on my characters to raid with them. Because I have like 3 DPS classes, so even if one DPS class, like even if my Impactor doesn't have the ticket, I should still have my BP and Defensio, and it's very unlikely that all 3 of them doesn't have extra tickets. But yeah, it's pretty fun. Because sometimes you get a lot of pressure since people die. And actually, I can't die at all, I think. I can die when there's not much HP left, but I think Esprit I can't die at all, otherwise they will fail. So it's kind of challenging because I want to put in the most DPS I can do while not dying. But yeah, it's good practice. I really want to do a 2-man or 3-man Fox OV17 service, which is doable right now, but it's just that it's really hard to find a good healer that are willing to do this kind of run, because the healer needs to stay alive for the whole run and need to have some DPS so that the 2 DPS doesn't need to solo all 4 snakes. But it's okay. Don't need to rush right now. Is it hard now? Hello? No, I don't think so. It depends on what's your goal. If you want to play, like, you want to be as strong as the... If you want to be as strong as the pay-to-win players, no, it's not possible as a free-to-play player. It's always impossible for you to reach the same gear level as the pay-to-win players in the end, even the older caps, because there are just some stuff that you won't be able to access if you don't have enough money for it. Even if you have access to it, you will rather sell it. So yeah. But if you are asking for the other stuff, yes, you can experience all the contents right now in the game. Just being a free-to-play, you don't need to have to be very geared. In fact, I'll recommend you to just joining the game after the warrior release. If you like warrior classes, the new warrior classes, they will have a package that will straight allow you to clear, I think it'll be 18 with the package. I'm pretty sure that they will release it on C because they release it on other servers. So once you get that package, you should be strong enough to do all the content except the newest Frozen Dragon Nest. But yeah. If you really want to play, I'll say definitely spend on that if you want to play as a high-end player. For free-to-play players, you can join right now and farm for gold to get enough gold before the new warrior class release. Just get some CC in your account and then wait for the package to release. It should cost around, I think, like 300k CC total for everything, with a 15 DJ and 2 1.44M weapons and full 15 attack rates, I think. Yeah, it's a really good package. So I definitely recommend you to just get that. If you are a free-to-play player, just farm for gold and make sure that when the package release, you have enough money to buy it. Oh, the plate drop rate is only 1%, so it's normal that you don't see it much. I think 1 to 5% depending on the stage. Okay. Any more questions? How much damage do I have? Impactor have high damage, but not as high as Tempest. My intel attack is 93.8M right now. Not really high. Definitely can be higher, but it's just that my gears, I didn't increase much. That's why it's stuck. I'm pretty sure I can reach 95 if I kind of do something about my plates, but kind of lazy to do that. Let me see if they opened another party. Okay. Hello? Oh no, if you see me enhancing my weapon to 18, it means that I'm quitting. Because I don't have backup anymore. Usually I only enhance if I have backup. So you won't see me enhancing the weapons on my Impactor anymore because I no longer have any backups. And I'm not willing to try and get gamble for higher enhancements. So I miss playing the... Yeah, Heretic is quite strong right now. Can my team clear Frozen Dragon soon? I don't think so. It's really hard. The DPS requirement, I don't think it's clearable for any of the parties in DNC. And even if you put all the strongest player in gear and all the best pilots in the road together in a DNC raid party, it's not clearable just because the requirement's too high. I currently see my DPS is a lot, but if you want to clear Frozen Dragon Nest, you need at least 4 times of my current DPS. Per person. Not only 1 DPS, but per person. I don't think it's clearable unless there's no time limit on it, which I think there's 15-minute time limit on most stages. Yeah, the party name is funny. I don't use ROB ROS. I don't see the point of using it because I can clear the current content without it, so I usually won't take it. The only time I take it is when I need to do RBA, which I'm not in the RBA party anymore, so I don't need to take it anymore. And I feel like the ROS and ROD prices are a bit too expensive since I don't really do that much runs. Asking me to pay like 700 gold for 1 run of raid, I'm not going to do it. Why the party name is Konto? Because this is a party of mostly North American players. So they found it funny that C players are saying Konto and other swear words in different languages. That's why they made the party name Konto Up. Because originally it's Party Up, and then someone made a joke about it being Konto Up, so you have Konto Up inside. But yeah. Yeah, they should remove, but ED wants to earn money. You can see our January events, all cash events. Fabulous. Avalanche is really strong now also. Our character and Avalanche are both good. Avalanche is one of the strongest class right now, but the only problem about Avalanche is that you need the runes to be strong. You need the Fatal Stinger runes, and they are really expensive. Like I said, if you are a free-to-play player, your best bet right now is to just grind for gold on subs. Don't invest anything right now, and then wait for the new warrior class release, then invest in the new warrior classes. Because the new warrior classes package, you just need to spend 300k CC-ish, around 300k CC, and you can get a character that's ready for LB18 STG, which means that you can go into most raids already. So I really think that if you are a free-to-play player, you should grind for gold and save money for the package in the future. The package should come in 1 or 2 months, so I'm guessing around March or February. You still have 1 or 2 months to grind it. It's definitely enough time for you to do it. You just need to do some plunder runs, and then sell around like probably 25 run-ish plunder. Then you should have enough money to buy the package. So if you really want to buy package, sell plunder runs. Because it's really the fastest way for you to gear up a character right now. Otherwise, you need to spend a lot of money to get to the same level if you play other classes. Have you seen rank grade boost? What do you think? I think rank grade boost is pretty good, but the thing is, rank grade is competing with all the other Lancet and Archer classes. She is good, the boost is good, like definitely move her a lot higher in terms of DPS tiers. But the thing is, there's Avalanche, there's Sniper, there's Tempest. Ranger can't even compete with any of those. So even though the boost is good, people will rather take other classes, especially Avalanche, because she can ice stack and she does way more damage than Ranger right now because of the Fatal Stinger runes. And Sniper and Tempest originally deals more damage than Ranger. That's why I don't think people will really want to take Ranger. If you play Ranger, they rather you go class change to Avalanche. But this is only an issue if you don't have enough funds. If you are a Fire Argenta Prime Ranger with dual TD and then 200% stump and stab with 1000% counter flare runes, then of course no one will say a thing. But if they really want to pick, they will rather pick Avalanche. Yeah. Yeah, the 700 gold ROS, I really don't like it. Like, I'm lucky that I don't usually take stone buffs because I'm lazy. There is more reason for me not to take stone buffs. But yeah, the January events is just cash grabbing, I would say. But better buy plus FDN plus 0 or 12, 13. I would say 13 is better. 12 or 13 is better. Because the plus one, you still need to enhance it. And you need to jelly it. I don't think it's really worth. It's only 3% attack increase. The only bless that's worth buying right now is the bless tough Zephyr weapon. And also the bless DDN accessories. The other stuff, don't buy it. Not worth. Completely not worth. Tough Zephyr is worth, but tough Zephyr is expensive. What do you think of the Moonlord class? Moonlord class is okay. It will be really bad after the new warrior class release. especially Mystic Knight. It's way stronger than Moonlord. So, yeah, I'll say Moonlord right now is pretty good, but if you compare to Mystic Knight, it's trash. It's just trash. Don't even play Moonlord. Marengrid, stay with 15 BMJ because your VDJ is stuck in 7. You will need to equip both Jade anyways in the future. And I do think that the BMJ is more flexible than the VDJ. The VDJ is good for dungeon clearing, but for raiding, especially content that needs you to dodge, BMJ will be better because of the iframe. Don't need Fire Prime? Yeah, got the buff, but then it's just saying that if you have a lot of gears, then it's good. It doesn't matter what prime you use, but if you have a lot of gears on your ring grid, then people won't complain, they will take you. But if it's the same gear, they would rather take an Avalanche or Sniper or Tempest. You can just see the amount of ring grid in the chart right now. There's not much. And the previous rank 1 ring grid, I believe, is now an Avalanche. You can see that how people love ring grid. They just take the rank 1 and then class change to other classes. No. ML right now with MBD is really good. But then if you compare to Mystic Knight, it's trash. It's not that right now it's tier B. I think it can be tier A. Or even tier S on Dragon Stage. But the thing is, there's a thing called Mystic Knight that's dealing tons of damage. Way more damage than a Moonlord. So, yeah, I wouldn't recommend playing Moonlord right now. Just wait for Mystic Knight and play that. What do you think about Mara and KDNL? Personally, I think they don't know how to balance classes. They buff Mara a lot, in my opinion. Especially if you have dual Jades. But it might depend, because some people find the new Mara harder to play in combat. So it might be a nerf for some people, but I think in theory, it should be a boost. Still find it stupid though. Why the Patrona remake looks like that? Why the BP remake looks like that? And the Mara remake looks like this? I don't understand, but yeah. I find it really stupid that they are not giving each class their specialty. Like if some classes got lower DPS but they have a good team buff, then people would take it sometimes. But now it's just comparing whose DPS is the highest right now. So if you share the same buff with a meta class right now, usually it will be really hard for you to find parties because people would rather find the popular classes. Like for example, if you are an Arc Heretic and people get to choose between an Arc Heretic and a Crusader, I'm pretty sure they will choose Crusader if you are same gears because the Crusader will be doing faster SDG timing than you. It's just really sad. Same for Impactor too. If there's a Black Mara same gear with my Impactor, people would choose the Mara over my Impactor because Mara will be 1 minute or more faster than me with the same gears. Bye. Have fun on your class. On your lessons. Impactor. I have a 15 BMJ already. I asked my friend to enhance it. Now I'm only lacking a 15 BDJ for Defensio, which I'm still working on it. Otherwise, all my classes have their Jades already. Except the LF. LF, I'm not planning to do dual Jades because it's just a healer. Yeah. There's nothing much to say though. It's just really disappointing. I also don't really like the ring grid changes. Because they remove the damage boost from successful blocks. I feel like they could have give like more damage to successful blocks. so that you will actually cast it when boss is hitting you. Granted, it's hard, but it's rewarding. It's like they give the parrying step CD recovery for Avalanche. They should give something similar to Ring Grid, but they never did that after the remake. Previously, when you block successfully, your counter fire will do 50% more damage, which is really strong. Now, it doesn't really matter. You can just straight cast it. Block doesn't do anything, yeah. What I use for BP? I enhanced a Dreamy Jade my friend gave me a long time ago. Enhance it to 15. I will recommend BMJ because BMJ is easier to use, but BMJ is buggy. So I think the two will have similar performance. It's just that I already have a DDJ. I don't see the point of me enhancing a BMJ from 0. I'd rather spend the money on my Defensio instead of the BP. That's what I think. And it's not like my BP have a Frozen Party team yet. So I'm just going to go with whatever I have right now. But yeah. What's with the tab? Yeah, hopefully I have better luck, because now it's stuck. Any other questions? I'm free for all questions. Yeah, I do think their balancing have a lot of problems, and also just the amount of pay to win. Like, Frozen Dragon is just really annoying. So far, I think there's no one that clears stage 1. Might not be the truth, because CDM might have 1 or 2 party that clear stage 1. It's just that they don't want to share. It's possible, but very unlikely because it's so hard on your DPS requirement. And it's like stupid. Like the MP thing, MP debuff. It's just, I don't know what they are doing. They should have just saved the old MP recovery skills on the healers, but they didn't do that. So they are expecting you to bring MP plates inside the raid just to clear. Like, granted, if you don't get hit, you won't have MP losses, but I don't think that's possible. Especially when the whole raid is more than probably 50 minutes. And you need to DPS a lot to clear. I really think that most party will be stuck at 70%, especially in C. But since 70% achievement, you get the upper and lower rewards. We will see a lot of service parties doing that. Selling Frozen Dragon 70% achievement. Yeah. Yes, Mara is still top DPS. Better buy current legend TD or save up for Baphomet. Depends on you. If you don't have a legend pet already, you should buy a legend pet first. You can just use the early first. It's not that big of a difference. It is, but not really that big. You can just buy the pet first if you don't have a pet, because I think pet is more important. So far, the rune system, any job get more damage. Yes, but a lot of jobs also didn't get any changes. Like Abyss Walker, the Nightfall runes are garbage. I have a friend that have like 700% on Nightfall, and the Nightfall in SCG is only doing like 5 to 6%. It will be about the same for Impactor, I believe, and not worse, especially for the skip. This is the reason why I'm not using skip runes at all. Like, you can see my runes are all defense instead of getting the skill percentage one. It's not worth using at all. But for some classes, it's really good. Avalanche, Duelist, Moonlord, Trickster. Defensive is also pretty good, but not as good as the previous few classes I mentioned. Rengood also good, but the issue is some classes is just shit. Like Impactor is just so bad at I don't even want to use it at all. I don't think it will be easier, because the cold resistance doesn't really help much. It does, but the amount of additional damage it adds, not really that much. Especially when you have Heavenly on you already, and you have dual TD with the Fairy and Jade, it doesn't really help much. Because it's the same thing, like having too much element and having too much attack. The amount of increase isn't as much as you think. So it will help, but I don't think just merely 20 cold resistant increase will do anything to the raid. Because we are talking about 9 trillion DPS. We are not talking about 4 trillion DPS. That is doable. 9 trillion DPS, I don't think 20 cold resistant can do anything about that. Like an extra 20, I don't think can do anything. Like, you see, even if you get special buff level 6 or 5, it won't do anything. You are talking about having 9 trillion DPS per person in the party. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do anything. This is sad. Yeah, Arena runes are good also. But it's not as big as Avalanche and Duelist and Trickster. Those are the big ones. Do you think Impactor will fall off later in DPS due to she have no benefits from skill runes and her BMJ DDJ doesn't have... her BMJ and DDJ are actually really good damage. Like, the BMJ damage is about the same as our current VDJ. So you can imagine, I mean, at least a 80% DPS boost on your class for Impactor with the BMJ. DDJ is also good, but not as good as BMJ. It's just that DDJ is easier to use. It's still a very good Jade, because I remember the DDJ damage is around 47k for 12 seconds CD or so. It's really good. BMJ is around 30k for damage. CD is around 6 seconds. So I don't think Impactor will fall off the tier list too much. She is still good. In fact, in CDN, she is still the best Machina from the last STG, even though Rina have the boots from rooms and everything, and double debuff, but Impactor still wins. I can't see their gears, so I don't really know if that's really the case. But I would imagine she will still be good. But if you want to compare her to Avalanche, no, you can't really do that. Or Black Mara, no, you also can't really do that. She'll be decent, but she can't really win the top ranking DPS, which is about where she is right now. I don't think she will have huge changes, but her Jades are strong. That's what I can say. Is Assassin remake a failure? Such as Atlas Walker 3 times remake? Yes, I do think Assassin remake is a failure compared to Mara remake. Because the Mara remake, you can see that they actually made the gameplay better. But for Assassins, most of the gameplay are the same. Even for BP, it's kind of different, but BP, the skill just doesn't really work that well. If you ask any BP player how does the class feels, they will tell you that it's clunky. It is really clunky for the class. Main issue is the VDJ animation that's making the class bad. Mara gets all the best things. The BMJ animation originally it's really bad, but they buff the animation so that it's way faster than before, which is what I feel they should do with the VDJ Lethal Torture. They are not doing that because they hate assassins, which we all know, especially Abyss Walker. Abyss Walker literally didn't get any gameplay changes. I played my friend's Abyss Walker recently, the first time playing after Skill J release and now after remake. I tell you, there's no difference. It only took me like 1 or 2 STG runs to get a hold of how to play the class with the hero skill and the second awakening skill, which I have no idea how to use. It only took me 2 runs, so they didn't really change anything. It's still the same old Abyss Walker since Rune era. Same bad class. That never got any changes on it. Will you hunt for Amplify Minos? No, I don't have enough money for it. Right now, Impactor's rotation are pretty tight with VDJ alone. Do you think it will be harder to maximize their DPS with 2 skill J equipped? Nope, it will be easier. Because you don't need to cast any other skills, you just need to use L action, L combo, Elusive Fist, Domination, L action, L combo, Elusive Fist, Domination. That's the only skill you are going to cast for Impactor. Is this hard? No. It's really easy. You can time the BMJ animation right now. It will be the same. It's just the same thing. VDJ, BMJ, reset, VDJ, BMJ, reset. Yeah. Nothing much. Thoughts with Buster with Cassia, Runes, and Dual J system. Good support, but no one will want it, is what I'll say. The boost isn't enough for Buster to actually become a very good DPS class. In fact, I think she will lose to Defensio in terms of DPS, and Defensio is bad DPS. If you lose to Defensio, then I don't really think you should talk about DPSing anymore. Like, she isn't that bad, but if you lose to Defensio, then I don't really get why people want to take you. Although Buster buffs are good, but it's not really that good compared to getting a Black Mara in the party, for example. I'm at 3? Yeah. Like, the Cassia runes won't save the class. You see, Defensio gets the Taunting Blow runes. Where did it take her? Only 1 minute or 1 minute and a half faster than STG. The same gear Impactor, meanwhile, is 2 floors higher. So if you want to say that it's making a big difference for the class, no, it's not happening. It's just disappointing. Even though Defensio Taunting Blow runes are really strong, but it won't do anything at all. The runes aren't enough to carry the class, is what I'll say. And they didn't buff Buster VDJ. They did buff the BMJ, but the buff didn't make BMJ stronger than the VDJ. And also the animation for BMJ is garbage. The damage on DDJ is also bad. It's not as bad as before, but it's still bad compared to, for example, Black Mara Jade. It's nothing near a Black Mara Jade, is what I mean. After Dual Jades, I'll say you can just guess around like 50 to 80% increase if your Jade is good. If your Jade is bad, it's only around 30% or 20%. If your Jade is really good, then I think at most 80%.
성가신 놈들.
The main thing I feel like is just there's no one playing it for Buster. People really won't mind if it's a bad class because there's not enough Buster in the server So if you have enough gears and you can show a good STG, they can just treat you as a normal DPS class. But if you want them to treat you as something like Electra, it's not happening. That's what I can say. Faye Dancer okay now? Yes. She's not bad. The SD question, I don't think that they really nerfed the class. Like, it's still decent. At least I didn't hear complaints from KDN or CDN. So it should still be okay. But don't expect it to be Mara level of boost. Nope, that's not happening. Amos is about the same or slightly stronger. I would say it's either same or 10% stronger. It won't be as big as Mara that get like 30% boost. Buster just need more bubble gathering with stronger buffs, because currently her buff doesn't really help the party as much as getting a duelist or an SE. That's the main problem. Like, even the current ice stack is better than Buster, just because Buster got a lot of limitations on her. The old versions would be perfectly fine with the current DPS. I guess same. No. Ruina DPS is not bad. It's not tier D. I'm pretty sure she's not tier D. It's just that she's not top DPS. Like I said before, the DPS didn't change much from before. No one said she's tier D, especially in CDN. No one said she's tier D. But they only say that she's hard to control. But in STG, everyone knows that she's stronger than before because of the skill buff. That I need to correct you because no one said she's tier D. If they did, they probably don't even know the class that much. The only tier D class since Persona Remake is called Defensio, that also starts with D. That's the only tier D class. I don't think Rina have any. There's no way that Rina's a tier D when her skill J is just so much stronger than defense heals. If you go check her board damage on her skill J, she is just slightly lower than Impactor. But her other filler skills are way stronger than Impactor. So I don't understand why people will say that she's pure D. But people said that Luna is pure S plus, stronger than Mara. Which I really don't agree also. A lot of the tier lists you can just see by calculating the skill J. Yeah, then it's your party's problem. They nerf BMJ a lot though. Like, they nerfed the BMJ cast time. Not really a nerf because there's no more hit losses on it anymore, but they nerf it so that it doesn't get affected by any action speed, which is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is that you don't need to scare of the action speed debuffs. But it's also bad because your BMJ is just fucking bomb to cast, which is a bit stupid. Especially on a fast-paced class like Luna. Yeah, I forgot to time the frogs, but should be fine. Even if I don't time it, because this party CP is sending please a lot. I really hate domination. It's so buggy sometimes. Okay,
천천히 둘러보시지요.
that's all for today. I hope there's a high percentage taunting blow waiting for me in the trading house, but I don't think so. Where is my taunting blow? Taunting blow, taunting blow. No taunting blow for me. You can, but it's not a good idea. You should be using the pulses as soon as possible. Like, personally, I don't like keeping pulses on me unless for utility. And it's a bit stupid that the domination without the pulse doesn't really have a big AoE. And even if you are inside the model of the boss, it will still miss because it's garbage. But yeah. Which class is going to be OP? Remake Mara. Remake Mara is going to be OP. And Crusader is good too. What else is good? Remake Mara, Crusader. You can just check the CDN STG ranking from last season because that's their dual J season. Whatever classes that are in the front are the OP classes. But I don't think Crusader is especially OP because his runes are not really that good. But I'll say the best is still Mara. Mara is just... no one can compare to Mara. Inquisitor I don't think is that strong though. I think Inqui is weaker than Crusader according to the CDN ranking. Even weaker than Moonlord.
탐나는 물건이 있나요? 그럼 쟁취하세요.
Mara's still the strongest. Originally, the Dual J is supposed to nerf Mara a bit, but they do a Mara remake, and buff the BMJ and VDJ damage even more. So yeah, Mara's still the best right now. Where to check CDN ranking? You can just type let me just try and check the page for you. It's not that hard to find if you actually try to Google Translate stuff, but most people are lazy, so yeah, I'll just do it for people. But don't ask me to translate the whole thing, I don't want to do it. Now the thing is, where do I find the STG ranking? Should be able to see here. DA is not bad, but I don't think DA, BMJ, and DDJ is especially strong. It's okay. It's not super strong. Let me check if I can see the rankings here. Oh yeah, if you just want to see class ranking, you can just see this check here. This one is the full ranking with all the rank 1s and their time. And rank 1 is Avalanche. Rank 2, BM, Mara. Rank 3 is Crusader. Rank 4 is Squad. Rank 5 is Sniper. Rank 6 is RM. Rank 7 is Tempest. 8 is DA. 9 is ML. 10 is Duelist. But you need to know that there's a very big gear difference between classes in CDN. Do Frozen Ray? You can do it, but you can't clear it. RM bug? The RM bug, it's annoying. It's game breaking. And hopefully no one uses it, but people will use it anyways. For CDN, you can see that STG, the RM, didn't use the bug because he got reported. So he did one run without the bug. But yeah, let me just go back and check. Do what I was doing. Okay. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to close my stream soon because I need to wake up later for raid. So see you guys probably next week, same time. I'll always stream at this time right now until my schedule is more free. Bye!